Real Estate Show, where we talk about everything real estate here in Nigeria. This show is designed to inform you, educate you, and to help you make the best decisions whenever you want to invest in real estate here in Nigeria. This show is brought to you by Fortreal Rei Ltd, a real estate company right here in the city of Abuja. And together we'll bring you the very best of real estate. And as you may have noticed, this show comes your way every Friday right here on this channel. So just in case you are yet subscribed, this is the very best time to do so that you don't miss out on what comes in next week to come, and every other week. Ladies and gentlemen, subscribe, like the video, and then we'd like for you to participate. And for you to do that, you simply have to like, comment, give us a feedback, ask questions that we'll love to entertain in the subsequent episodes of this show. And then, ladies and gentlemen, let me hand over.
Thank you, sir. So, welcome to today's episode. My name is Ofiong Barahat Oyoita. My right is
Ibi Victor.
And you, sir?
Raymond Ijo.
Okay, on today's episode, we'll be discussing 3 important questions. The first question is, why should you invest in real estate? Secondly, at what age do you invest in real estate? And the last question is, what should you do to keep your real estate investment safe? So, stay to the end to get answers to all these questions, because trust me, you will learn so much today. So, Mr. Victor, our first question is, why should you invest in real estate? I mean, why real estate?
When it comes to the why of investing in real estate, I don't think the why is exhaustive. Because one thing we've always said as a brand is that real estate is the surest pathway to creating sustainable wealth. And we've always quoted Andrew Carnegie that says 90% of billionaires become so through real estate. So if we're looking at the reason, if your goal in this life is to make money and make heaven, I don't know about you, but the goal is to make money and make heaven.
All right.
So if your goal is actually to make money, I think one of the pathway to that is investing in real estate. Now, real estate is one platform that you are setting will give you returns. Real estate is one platform that guarantees the safety of your funds or finances. So everything you do in real estate, every money you put into real estate doesn't go down the drain. It either remains or it appreciates, but you cannot lose it. There are other platforms that you put in money. I saw a video recently where a guy was angry that the father bought bonds from a company, and at the end of the day, after about 10 years, it was 1,011,000 something. And it was
there was one that trended this, I think his name is Mr. Clown or so,
okay,
where father invested in million naira in shares, and that was like since 2000 or something.
It was about 10 years.
Right now, the value of those shares is 11,000 naira.
It cannot happen in real estate. It cannot. You can get either your money back or triple or 10 times, 100 times that money when it comes to real estate. So real estate is that platform that guarantees you sustainable wealth. So that's one of the major reasons why you should invest in real estate.
Hey, Mr. Laywan, what the case?
Let me start by quoting Mr. Victor that you have not bought land, but you don't own land, you have not owned debt. Let me add another quote. If you have not bought property, you have not done the property. And now you just added that if you want to make money and
if your goal is to make money and make heaven,
then you have to make investments in real estate. All right. So after making those quotes, I think okay, let me just add that real estate is quite important. I like to give this analogy. When you say you want to, all things being equal, if you want to be a graduate, right? If you want to own VSC, right, as a degree, then you have to write your necessary exams,
yeah,
right, and then write the jump, right? Post TME, and then get into the university for you to get a BSc, right? So if you want to build wealth, through real estate, then, or if you want to build wealth rather, then investing in real estate is not an option. It's something that has to be done. So if you want to own BFC, then it's a process, right? So based on that analogy, it just simply tells you that real estate is important. There is no, I've said it over and over, and nobody has been able to dispute that fact. There is no wealthy man on planet that doesn't directly or indirectly own real estate, that doesn't consciously or consciously own real estate. Real estate is just that thing that they, in fact, we have to even begin to look beyond what these guys are doing. So you realize that, let me start from the Nigerian companies. Zenith Bank is not just a bank. It is technically a bank in the real estate sector, or is a real estate firm that is doing tech or financial transactions, because all of their buildings are owned by them, right? And those are real estate investments. Now, the other part of banks that most of us don't know is that a lot of them have assets in real estate based on the loans that they are taking, the loans that people are not making, being able to pay up, and collaterals are exchanged and all of that. So they have a lot of assets in real estate. So assuming anything, in fact, those assets are adding to their valuation, to what they are worth at the end of the day, right? So we can't be talking about having a net worth and not having investments in real estate. So the summary of what I'm trying to say basically here is that it's beyond. Let me add one example. Dangote now owns a refinery. You see, that is not just a refinery, that is a real estate empire. Because for whatever reason, assuming that the refinery is no longer the same, that is still a massive expanse of land that is real estate. And for generations, that is there. For as far as development continues, in fact, first of all, it will drive development to all of that region, and then it will start benefiting from the development that is bringing to that region. Because by the time all of that entire region is developed, and then for whatever reason the refinery is, quote, taken out of that picture, then all of that is massive real estate investment, right? So directly, these guys are putting a lot of money into the real estate sector. So if you want to own a BSc, go to the investing. If you want to build wealth in real estate, if you want to build wealth, invest in real estate.
Invest in real estate. Even the Bible says that occupy till I come. So occupy a piece of the land, occupy the earth.
You have been inspired. You are learning from that.
So yes.
When it was taking them out, he said to a land. So if you are going to
let's not do that part. We don't want to drop spread. Sure, let's not go that part.
Exegesis to the,
because every inheritance is tied to a land. So let's not go there. Only
a good father. That phrase is quite important. A good father leaves an inheritance. What are you leaving? Of course, people like to add. You're not just leaving real estate. You're leaving a good name, legacy, good character, and all of that. But good character, there should be a touch of money to that good character, so that when somebody jokingly said that when a father dies, that was most definitely when the father is died broke, that most of part of the reason why there's a lot of crime is because everybody is worrying about money for burial. By the time the good father, a lot of stuff. I mean, at a good age, of course, right? At that point, this way, you look this way, you look that way.
Money is not to do a good burial. At the end of the burial, you have something to fall back to.
So I think you can't overemphasize the importance of real estate. We've said a lot of things on a light note, but we still cannot take away the importance of investing in real estate. Yeah.
Okay, so our second question actually leads us into a second question. And it says, at what age should one invest in real estate? Should it be 50, 70, 6 years old, 5 years? What do you think, Mr. Nito?
Somebody says there is the time you wake up that your day has broken. So it's anytime you just decide to say, okay, if you wake up by 6 a.m., that's your money. If you wake up by 12 noon, that is your money. If it's 6 p.m., it is your money. So for real estate investment, I feel there's no age limit. So, or age, the starting age and the ending age to invest in real estate. There are people who started later in life as a result of the fact that, okay, they came to the realization of owning real estate late.
Yeah.
There are people who, I call it push gifts, that came alongside what they gave to their mom, the parcel of land. There are people who gift their spouses documents during their marriage. So there are different times that you can invest in real estate, but there's no starting time and there's no ending time. People buy properties in the name of their children before they even come to understand what it means. So they are owning it at that point. There are children who grow up and they come to understand that there's an importance of owning real estate at the age of 18, 19, 20, and they start investing in real estate. If they have the funds to do so, it's their property. There are people who didn't have the capacity to do so as they were growing up, their 30s, 40s, and they realize it at their 50s, 60s, and they begin to invest in real estate. So as soon as you come to the realization that investing in real estate is important, begin investing in real estate. So that's it. There's no time limit to my, thought. There's no time limit to investing in real estate. Yeah.
So, Raymond?
Are you looking my direction? All right. Okay, so what I would just add to that is he's made a very valid point. There's no timing to when to start or when to end. The only thing we have to add as young people is the fact that it's good to start early.
Sure.
It's good to start early. And part of real estate is something that it's not a get-rich-quick scheme, but rather it's a get-rich for sure, right? So it takes a while for that return to come. It's not a Ponzi scheme as well. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Yeah.
So if you are 60, making or investing in land banking, at that point you're not investing for yourself, investing for generational value.
Exactly.
Right? So if you want to invest for yourself so that you are able to enjoy dividends, able to enjoy the returns on investment from that investment you're making, and it makes sense to start early. So that if you start investing in your 20s, by the time you are, say, 30, 40, you should begin to reap. The compound effect should have started playing out so that you're reaping the benefits of those investments you're making. So the only point I'm trying to make here is start early, right? As much as it's okay to wake up anytime. I think the fact that you are listening to us right now, if you have not started, then this is we're prophetically speaking to you at this point that this should become your best time, irrespective of whatever you are earning as salary or from your business. If a payment plan for you, we discussed that in the last episode, right? Just understand that with what you have, you too can start. We have a client who I think that she was making the least payment. At the point she was paying 250,000 every month, and now she has completed over 2 million naira payments. A document was sent to Lagos 2 weeks ago, right? So irrespective of whatever you are earning, you can. In fact, at the point she was paying like every 2 months she sends 250,000, right? So you too can do it that way, and just before you know it, you are done investing in real estate, right? If it's for your children, no problem at all. If you have gotten to that point, one of our clients paid for our investment in Nasarawa, is 4 million naira land for the son who is going to be 3 by this year. By the end of this year, right? It's going to be 3, and there's what property in his name.
He's already an investor,
right? So at that point, he's already an investor, and technically, through his father, he has started early. But the summary of what I'm trying to say is that just make sure you start early for yourself, for your children. And now that you have listened to us, time to start it now.
There's something about our goal that talks about making them understand how and why they should become investors before they are 30.
Yes. Yeah. We have, as a company, we have a mandate. Part of when God was giving us the vision for Fortreal, part of the mandate was that we are able to help people own their first real estate investment before they clock 30. Right. But the only way we're able to do that is, first of all, when you appreciate the importance of real estate,
Exactly.
and then you make a decision it's, most of these things is first about the mind. If you're the earlier the better for the before your money can go into it, right? So because what your mind does not accept, your pocket cannot appreciate or even go that direction, right? So you have to first of all, like, okay, I'm 20, I'm 21, I'm 29. Even though you are 30 already, right? You just have to make a decision to want to start. And then, of course, if you're less than 30, we are more than happy. We'll be greatly honored to serve you, because by the time you are 50, you always look back and it was Fortreal. It was this person that helped me to acquire my first real estate investment.
So that brings us to our last question, which is, what should you do to keep your real estate investment safe? So, Mr. Raymond, tell us.
What should you do to keep your real estate investment safe? So the first part is, it should be a foundation to the answer to the question. And the foundation is the fact that, first of all, that investment first was the right investment. That you have done what you are supposed to have done first, before we not talk about whether it's going to be safe or not. Because right from the moment, the point where you are starting to make the investment or you are sending the money to the company, if it is not safe, it is not safe. The trouble will come, right? So you can't remedy it at that point, right? Or you can't regularize at that point. So the priorities should be doing the right thing even before you make the investment. So for example, do your research properly, right? Engage the right people, the right professionals who know what they are doing, who are in it field. So just make sure that you are engaging the right people, because it is when you have done the right thing first before we can ask, okay, what should you now do to sustain the right things that you have done? We had, in my capacity as a lawyer, property lawyer, had instances where parents die, spouses are no longer around, and their children are left to fight battles that they were not supposed to fight. And from my experience thus far, most of the reasons why those battles become a serious issue that for most of the times the children can't win is because the right things were not done. So for example, as a father, you buy properties in the name of your children, or you buy property rather generally, right? And then no proper documentation. The children don't know where they are. Nobody is even aware. You didn't take possession. You just mess up a lot of things. At that point, when you die, maybe just one person knows now, okay, my father has property somewhere. At the point, they can't trace documents. Father, I have one currently right now. Family of all ladies, and they're trying to sort out their document issues. There's no documents for all of the properties. The only good thing about theirs right now is the fact that the father is actually still alive. So they are trying to sort it out as quick as possible before anything happens, right? So what I'm trying to say basically is, by the time you have done the right thing, then it is easier to keep it safe. It is easier to sustain it. And what I was trying to discuss there was, in law, there's a concept referred to as the law of succession. Okay. Right, the point where it flows from the father to this one to that one. Right, for that to be successful, then the right things have to be done. Right. So how do you not keep the property safe after you have done the right things? Right. Take possession. What does taking possession mean? It's simply just saying now you get up, right? Physically, right? You get the document, okay? The document is with you, and now that you've gotten the document, which is the proof of ownership, then go to site. Also show that now you get up, right? Either by clearing it every now and then, surveying it where surveying applies, fencing it where you can, or angle fencing, the one that some persons refer to as monkey fencing, right? Or have somebody farm on it, right? If somebody can't farm on it, if it's a developed area, maybe put a restaurant there. Or just people, let's say establish your physical ownership of that land, one way or another. For most estates, one of the good things that the estate, this estate has done is that it helps to bring in that physical activity that happens around. So, but most importantly, if it's outside an individual, not in an estate, it's just there, you have to be able to establish it. Very, very important. Sure. Another thing you can do is, people do it a lot, especially within the local setting. Have somebody keep an eye on the land. The moment somebody comes and points a finger at the land, let them call the owner.
Exactly.
Right? It's a very, very effective medium. Right? What else? Perfect your title where you can perfect your title. And by perfecting your title, it simply means getting your legal title, CFO where applicable, the issues of the legal part, basically, of perfecting title. What else can we add? Build. Chill there. But it's a bit of takeover over there.
He has said everything. While we're talking, the quotes just dropped.
All right. Come on. Give it us.
That's why we can say until you invest safely, your investment cannot be safe.
Yes, sir.
Until you invest safely.
It's official that whenever we need a quote, so how to answer it.
Okay.
So just like he has said, from the purchase, you should make sure that it is the right investment.
Yeah.
Because if it's not right, there's nothing you can do.
Absolutely.
So it's until it is right from the beginning before you can find a way around it to actually make it safe.
Great.
Yeah. So I actually saw a Facebook post. It was so funny. The person said, I don't have money for fencing. Just dig up graves. Literally have graves there to protect your land. So
that's spiritually effective. Because the average person would want to just stay away from that. Because there are spirits around. So just put crowns. Just
dig up some parts, fresh.
There's still a spiritual, even at some at that local level to a high rent stuff.
Yeah.
But some persons will say, you don't run plantain to the plantains around the areas. And so, high rent, focus,
Tries to remove the red road, man.
So it's a wrap today. Thank you for staying on to the end. Do you have any questions? Kindly drop them in the comment section. You'll be glad to answer them in our next episode. Thank you for your time and have a lovely day out there. Bye.